A few blocks away from where I live is the John Ball Park Zoo, and this is the park right next to it. This is a park I've come to since I was a little girl. It's deserted, so I feel it's safe that I can come here. Well, what's the deal? Oh wow, you probably saw your new cable bill. I know, it's terrible. I would bitch too. It's like these trees are fighting so hard to shake off that winter. They want to bloom. They want to be beautiful. They want to give people joy.
You can't turn the tide. Let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody is waiting down the line. You pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright.
Hey everybody, I am so happy to see you today. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi during this time. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it and how much you lift my spirits, so thank you so much. Today I want to do a video on my favorite things right now that are happening in my life for March and going forward. I want to shout out a bunch of things and a bunch of people. I want to share with you some things that I have been using that have, that's kind of helped me keep my morale up when it comes to my appearance. And I want to share with you some news that I got about a song I wrote that is helping people. So, I don't know. I could cry. I'm so happy to be able to talk to you. I'm so grateful. So let's do March favorites and let's have some fun. These wonderful parents have made such a beautiful Easter paradise for their children. Even though they can't go out, their paradise is here. You know, one of my first favorites in March, hands down, is social media. And I want to thank, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and everything that helped me stay in touch with you, help me figure out what's going on in my country, in my state, and the luxury of being able to talk to my family every single day. And not only that, but people are posting such inspirational things. Just the mere fact that they're posting is inspirational. Every single time I see a creator on YouTube upload a video and she's combed her hair and she has lipstick on, that inspires me. And I think of her as a hero to me. So, I know I've heard some complaints like, oh, I'm getting off of Facebook. It's so negative. And that's the thing is I don't mean to preach, but I think what we're going through is kind of a grieving process, and there's a lot of different stages to grief, and some are anger, and some are denial, and we're all on our own road as far as how we're feeling. So I think we have a tendency, we want somebody to be at the point we are. So we want them to behave like we're behaving or feel like how we're feeling. And to kind of just step back and, don't perhaps ask people to, all right, let's stay positive, let's be positive. I don't think that's the way to go, because you have to let people feel what they're going to feel and then validate that feeling if you can. And if you can't validate it, then ignore it. But to let people go on their path right now at the pace and at the level they can handle it.
Okay, so you don't like Yahtzee? All right, how about gin rummy? What do you mean poker?
I wanted to take just a few minutes to talk to you about this thing that's been going on with my skin, and I'm so happy about it, and I just wanted to share it with you. But I am 65 and I suffer from dry skin this last year, and when I'm under a lot of stress, like we all are right now, usually my skin gets very dry and I break out. It's been that way all my life. I'm just, it's just going to break out everywhere. Well, this time, no breakouts. No breakouts, and my skin not only isn't dry, it's very hydrated. So I just wanted to show with you, I just wanted to go over some things real quick that have helped me out so much. And these probably are repeats, but I thought, you know what, during this time they might be worth repeating. And I wanted to thank Dr. Dre. She did another video on the snail therapy, and she did one on the snail essence, and she did one on the snail cream. And these two products absolutely pack such a punch. And I can't be happier with them. And you are starting to write me that you are using the snail therapy at night and in the morning, and that you are seeing increased hydration, you're seeing glowing, and that some of this is helping your morale because your skin was so dull and it looked just so drab, and I know that feeling. And I also wanted to say that I got a couple messages asking me to do a video on it, and also they don't want to use this if the snails are being stressed out or harmed. And the truth of the matter is that the snails that Khazar X uses are very large. They're like little mammals. And if you stress them out or if you hurt them in any way, you will not get the mucin. So I mean, I'm not saying they're, pumping in music and giving the snails massages and, gourmet meals. That sounds good. But anyway, so no snails are harmed. They're free range. They're like, having cocktails and whatever. But anyway, so no, the snails aren't being hurt. And I just wanted to go over this one more time. This is the Azure, and this is my Hemp Aloe Vera cream. So I just shot that across the room. This aloe vera cream coupled with the snail mucin, I don't know what's going on there, but that combination is helping me to no end.
You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice.
The last thing at night for my skincare after I have my Khazar X cream on, I have my hemp serum on, I have a little bit of rosehip seed oil on, and my retinol. The last thing I do to seal everything in is I use my A313. And I know I promised you a review on this, and the reason I didn't do it is because I don't use this alone exclusively. I just use this at night to seal everything in, and this is so hydrating and it plumps me up, and I really, really enjoy it. It also does something to help fade my age spots, to the point where when I first started using this, I got a little scared because I thought it was taking away some of my pigmentation of my skin color. So I was concerned about that, but as time went on, I saw that it just started to fade my age spots and everything else seemed to be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and try to leave a little bit of information about this A313, but yeah, I'm surprised. I'm using it and I like it, and I'm probably going to order it again.
You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath the stones. He told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes.
You know, I don't know if you remember, but last week I was talking about my hair and my super black dark roots, and I didn't know what I was going to do because, you know, there's not going to be any hairdressers around for a few months, you know. So we're kind of flying blinded on our own, and, you know, I don't own any wigs. So I was watching a video by, her name is Skip to My Lou, and I love her, and I will link her video below. But I bought this. This is the Clairol Frost and Tip for dummies. Anyway, so it comes with a cap, and you put the cap over and you pull your hair through it. Oh, forget that. I have no patience for that. I'm not going to do that. It's not possible. You know, it would take me 3 hours to pull my hair through that cap. It's just not going to happen. And then as far as, you know, the foils, you know, putting highlights in my hair with foils, I can't do that either. I don't have any foils, and I'm not going to go out and risk somebody's life so I can highlight my hair. So I looked at Skip to My Lou's video about how she highlighted her hair with a knife. And I thought, that sounds easy. It sounds quick. And what do I have to lose, right? What if I completely screw my hair up? Oh, wow. Who cares? Anyway, but I don't know how you feel about how it turned out, but I'm okay with it. I will link her video below because she goes through step by step how you do it with a knife, but there's not much to learn. You get your product on the knife, and then you start slicing up the sections of your hair where you want to cover up your dark roots. So what I did that she didn't say to do, of course, I'm a rebel. Anyway, I took the knife down a little bit farther. And so I didn't put a toner on it because I know just shampooing for a few days is going to pretty much tone it. I use a shampoo that brings out the highlights in my hair anyway, but it covered my roots so well. I figure, you know, I won't need to do anything for at least 6 more weeks. So, and I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, but I'll bet you anything I'm going to be getting out the knife again. But I really was pleasantly surprised that as far as my morale goes, yeah, all right, it's far from perfect. I know, but at least it's something. At least it's something. Yeah.
Doing some photography?
Pardon?
Doing photography?
Yeah.
Nice. It's a good day for it.
God bless you.
You too.
They're working so hard to renovate this beautiful zoo and make it so beautiful and accessible to the public. They were saying that it might not open this year, but someday it will. Someday it will. We have as human beings this unbelievable, uncanny sense of the future.
You know, about 8 years ago, I released the record Mr. Crazy and Other Tales. And this was a record that I wrote about my life. You know, for those of you who follow me, you know I've been a songwriter and a musician all my life. And there was a man, a guitar player in Seattle. His name is Dan Phelps, and he's worked with Tori Amos and Victor Krauss. And I just admire him so much. And he was going to produce my record. And we were going through different songs that, you know, were going to make the cut. And he said when he heard the song Storm, the hair on the back of his neck stood up, just straight up. He said that had never happened to him before. And I guess we both knew right then and there that the song Storm would be included. Right now, I just want to take the opportunity to read you a letter that I received this week from a professor in England who took a year to find me. He heard my song Storm. It was in a a short video, and I was not credited, so he had no way of knowing who wrote that song, or, well, it took him a full year to find me. So let me read you this letter he sent me, and then I want to come back and say a few words about it.
Dear Susan, I spent over a year trying to track down your song Storm after seeing it used as background music on YouTube, as music played over a short film made by a person who retraced the story of Bruce Lowe through the eyes of her mother. I saw the clip and loved the song and made strenuous efforts to find out what the song was, but to no avail. Eventually, tonight, I attempted one more time, and by carefully listening to the lyrics, I found my way to you. I must compliment you for the song, as it is very beautiful and benefits the tone of the film I have used it on, and my CD compilation number 3 for my Italian students undergoing this traumatic time in Lombardy, northern Italy, due to the coronavirus. My latest compilation for them to provide some comfort has an ambient feel, and Storm is a welcome addition. Many thanks, Susan, and best of luck with your songwriting career. And I hope the song's inclusion will bring you a wider audience here in the UK and Italy. Kind regards, Frank Ferrari.
It took my breath away that I could give comfort to someone going through such trauma, whether it be in Italy or England or right here in the United States. I mean, I think that's all we want as human beings is to be able to do the right thing, to help, to nurture, to heal. It's in us, some more than others, but it's in us. And to look around and see so many people rising to the occasion is so inspirational. You know, there's a lyric in that song that is more relevant now than ever. And it goes, we measure our lives by dollar signs, by real estate and fine wine. But some will pause to hear the call of the wounded we leave behind. For me, that is how I live my life. I have always found inspiration not from the big homes and the sailboats and the stock portfolio. I have always found my inspiration in people who have been broken and who have faced tremendous adversity and put themselves back together again to help others. The last line of that song is, I hear you. I hear you. And that's what this channel has always been about. And it always will be that way.
We measure our lives by dollar signs and real estate and fine wine. But some will pause to hear the call of the wounded we leave behind.
I'm determined to make friends with you guys. I know if you just got to know me, you'd like me. Everybody does. Okay, that's a lie. But you might like me. I mean, I could have a lot of treats, you know.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for spending this time with us today. And I wanted to say God bless you and a shout out to all the first responders and the doctors and the nurses and everybody who helps keep us safe. So thank you so much. Down below in the comments, please leave your state and a few words about how you're doing. You know, like New Hampshire eating Oreos or Florida. Keeping calm, anything that you feel, but just let us know where you are and how you're doing. So have yourself a safe week, and come back and see us next week, okay? Come back and see me and Desi, okay? We love you.
Let me take a breath. Let me be a part of something real. Someone said it's better when you hold on to a helping hand. Sometimes we could all use a friend. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. You'll be alright.
Desi, what we're gonna do for our video next week? What do we want to do for the ladies? What do you think they'd like? Oh, to learn how to make dog treats? Well, I don't think that'd be all that popular. I think it'd be real popular for you. Should we do that? Should we bake doggy treats? Well, I'm gonna have to get a recipe. You have a recipe? Yes? No? Desi, you wouldn't be kidding me, would you? Would you? No. Okay.